Bicep working out here. Barbecue. Just the word alone conjures up images of succulent meat, slow roasting over amber flames.
Just enough to take the edge off.
I'll take about a bucket of these.
Though Long Island isn't anywhere near the southern barbecue belt, we're home to some serious pitmasters.
It's my beautiful mother.
Can't see and I can't talk. This episode of Feed Me TV is all about the newest additions to our barbecue community. Let's get fired up about barbecue. Is this all for me?
You can eat it, yes. It'll be delicious.
The traditional barbecue belt begins east in the Carolinas, expanding out to Texas in the west. In the north, Kansas City, Missouri is king. Then the barbecue map stretches downward towards the deep south.
So how did this celebrated way of cooking make it to our area?
Long Island barbecue began in 1995 when Turtle Crossing in the Hamptons first opened its doors. This was serious smoked meat paired with plentiful, tasty sides that Hamptons diners couldn't get enough of. Long Island's forefather of barbecue is Al Horowitz, whose first Smokin' Al's opened in Bay Shore in 2003. A second Smokin' Al's opened in Massapequa Park just 5 years later, in the middle of what we could call the first Long Island barbecue boom. Of the barbecue joints that opened between 2006 and 2009, Barbecue, Town Line, and Dixie's Smokehouse, among many others, are still serving.
Of the more than 24 barbecue joints opened today on Long Island, almost half of them began serving in the last few years.
One of the more recent openings is Rolling Smoke in Ronkonkoma. Owners Richard and Carrie Ciota started their business after a long and successful career in roofing. Rich wanted to indulge his interest in cooking and step away from a physically demanding job. Now, when you head to Rolling Smoke, be sure to try their sides along with your meat. But I think their can't-miss barbecue meal is their giant ribs.
All right, this is the dinosaur rib. Now, describe to me what we're looking at here.
These are 3-bone plate from the cow. They're beef ribs, obviously. They're USDA choice meats.
Bicep working out here.
They're heavy.
Okay.
We want to make a glue for the dry rub to stick to. All right, and we'll rub that in.
Yeah.
A second layer of flavor is going to be the salt.
Okay.
The pepper. We then do our garlic and our onion.
So
that's it. Those are
go. That looks pretty even.
Yeah,
looks more even than yours, I would
say. You did a
say.
better job than I did.
Now it's time to head to the truck that houses his custom-built smoker. After 5 hours of low-temperature cooking, we pull out the ribs to give it a quick beer bath.
Look at that.
So now what happens is we take both these ribs and then we just pour a little bit over each one.
I like your little bit, Rich.
Yeah.
A nice one full bottle, just a smidge of beer.
Enough to take the edge off. And then it goes back in.
Okay.
Right?
Back into the smoker for a few more hours of cooking. While we waited, Rich told me how he met his business partner and love of his life, Carrie.
You guys, you fell in love like right away.
Yeah, we did, as a matter of fact. She was sitting there with her legs crossed on a bar stool, little white blouse off her shoulders.
I love so much how you remember all the details of what she was wearing and everything.
Absolutely, and we spent the night together talking and drinking and laughing and getting to know each other. And at the end of that night, I knew in my heart that she was the woman for me forever.
So you guys have this business. When did you decide that now you're going to do barbecue?
I started to initially work from a gas grill, probably where most smokers start out. Finally, I bought a couple of different smokers and I kept working it over time. So I smoked probably for about 10 years prior to going into the food truck, which grew into the idea of a small restaurant.
I see.
It was a labor of love, you know, we wanted it to be warm and rustic and comfortable.
Rich and Carrie's son Adam is a CIA graduate, the Culinary Institute of America, that is, and he's created all of the sides recipes at Rolling Smoke.
Sides are super important to a killer barbecue meal. You've got some sides going. I'll be your sidekick today.
Sounds good.
But we're gonna make the cornbread, which is very special here. It's your recipe, just like all the other sides.
Yep.
What goes into this?
So basically we start with the corn. It's almost equal parts corn and butter. After the corn is brown, what we're gonna do next is blend all this with our cream and our eggs. Cream and milk.
That looks really, really nice.
And then this is our mix that we make. It's basically cake flour, cornmeal, baking powder, baking soda.
So we've combined all that corn. We're gonna put it into your mix, the dry and the wets all together.
Yeah, start folding.
I've taken over, I've moved in.
Yeah.
I'll be your apprentice, chef.
Sounds good.
Okay,
I don't like doing this part.
We're gonna use those mini loaf pans in a second.
So we need 350 grams
Okay.
of...
350?
Yep, 350.
Ain't nothing, I'll get that. Oh no! I'm fired! Now I've gone over. I've messed up the sides.
At the end of the day, a gram here, a gram there isn't the end of the world.
Why don't we see you do one of the perfect ones since I messed this one up?
Cool. Should I try to nail it? See if I can get...
I think you went over.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
I think I did it.
Oh, you totally went over big time.
I went over you.
That's way over me. How dare you? I'm gonna test you one more.
Okay,
That
cool.
went way over.
Yeah. I've done this roughly 200 times.
I don't know if I would put that extra scoop in there.
I'm telling you. I think I did 376 again.
You did. Well,
Hey,
I guess the bottom line is we want to give the diner more than what we
we gotta be generous. We're gonna bake all of these for about an hour.
And finally, it's ready to serve. The cornbread is mouth-watering, but now that the diner rib is ready, I couldn't wait to sink my teeth into it.
Okay, here we go. Look at that. This says it all. It's delicious.
What a blast hanging with the Rolling Smoke family all day. Smokehouse owner Manny Vumvarakis opened his Q restaurant in Garden City. He's proud to have his mother working there, helping to prepare and season the meats. It's a great spot to hang at the bar and to get a quick barbecue lunch. There's even a salad line where you can pick and choose from countless toppings.
This is something I'm familiar with. This sauce, the gochujang sauce, is very Korean. It's something that I have in my house all the time. It's tangy and sweet.
Right. When I was coming up with the menu, I wanted to kind of make it multicultural. So we take the wings and we make a Korean barbecue sauce, which has a gochujang base.
These are smoked. A lot of beautiful proteins are smoked. I want to see your smoker action. We should step back here.
Most everything on their varied menu is smoked, from the baby back ribs, the porchetta, their Brussels sprouts, and many flavors of wings.
Now see, I like that you're doing a turkey breast here because that's something unusual to me. Why turkey?
Our menu has a lot of healthy offerings.
Yeah.
So, one of our taglines is, wholesome comfort food, cook low and slow.
You say it and you're like, I don't really know what
people
that
think
means.
barbecue is always going to be just laden with sauces and lots of calories, but why can't you get a salad with some smoked turkey and some, smoked Brussels and some other toppings?
Right.
I feel like you had barbecue, but you ate healthy.
I decided to exercise that healthier option
You try some of your hummus.
It'll be delicious.
by walking the line and ordering my bespoke brisket lunch.
Okay, so I've got my meal. I went through the line. I got my salad bowl with that lovely brisket on top. This is my smoked turkey with my sides. But I've got to try the wings. It's got that Korean gochujang sauce. This is the test right here. Oh, that is good. I taste that little piquant gochujang sauce. Nice and sweet. I'll take about a bucket of these.
Renzo Vargas helms Smoked Barn in Levittown. His South American background influences many of the eatery's popular dishes, which include a customizable board of smoked meats and sides. It's the perfect spread for a family.
You have an interesting background. Tell me about your cooking background.
I'm coming from Peru. My dad, he used to make different Peruvian barbecues under the ground, caja china, different kind of oven.
What is caja china?
Caja china is where you put the pig in like a box
Right.
with the charcoal in the top.
So tell me about this board. Is this for one portion? Is this all for me?
If you can eat it, yes. It's like a family style. We got brisket right here,
Yep.
pork belly, the beef short rib, the pulled pork, and the pork ribs.
What's unique about Renzo's spice mix is that he uses coffee to season the meats. But besides barbecue, Renzo cooks some of his native country's better-known dishes, like the lomo saltado, a sliced beef entree that's sautéed in a wok.
The typical lomo saltado is made with a very lean kind of meat,
With
right?
filet.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're gonna zhuzh it up, make it a lot more decadent.
Some better.
With some short
With
rib, which
beef
of
short
course.
ribs.
So we've got that nice short rib, nice and marble, nice and fatty. Now we're going to add this,
Garlic.
which is a very Peruvian. It's garlic with a little jalapeno.
Yes.
We're just gonna rub it on
Just a
the
little bit.
short rib.
And it's ready.
So we're gonna quick fry it. That's gonna ready. Get ready out there. Oh yeah. Woo! Gonna take this off. There's more action. We add some red onion, some tomato, scallion, sesame oil, soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
Also, what? Smells really good.
A little bit of
Vinegar?
vinegar.
Woo! If that didn't smell so good, I'd get out of the kitchen. Can't see and I can't talk, but it better taste good.
Now it's ready.
Okay, let's plate it.
We plated our dish, but not before Renzo insisted on showing me one last Peruvian favorite, the pollo a la brasa, aka rotisserie chicken.
I see you butterflied it. You spread its wings open because actually it is the best way to get an even cook.
Yes.
And if you separate the chicken for you guys that like to make chicken at home and season in here, it also makes a crispier chicken skin. And of course you get the flavoring inside. Woo-hoo. So we're gonna put it on this torture device. Ow! Okay, good. That's tight. Oh, we gotta make sure that thing doesn't move because it's gonna twirl around that stick for how many hours?
Hour and a half.
Okay. And you put the seasonings and everything and you let it marinate for how long?
For a day.
A day.
Now into the rotisserie. What a feast. Thank goodness Renzo was hungry too.
Gracias. Ooh, that sauce is really good. That's got some kick to it. Delicious.
We're experts on pizza and pasta and can spot a proper bagel from a basket of imposters. But barbecue is a relative newbie to our Long Island dining scene. Now, though, whatever the style, whatever the cut, you can satisfy all of your barbecue cravings right here on the island. Our love affair with smoking meat low and slow continues to define American cuisine.
There used to be only a handful of spots to get jerk chicken and other Caribbean dishes on Long Island.